Great and new spying program by the British and the U.S. It's called Optic Nerve. And if you thought all the rest were bad, wait till you get a load of this. Turns out they're spying in on your webcams. As you're about to see, the details are frightening. Let me quote The Guardian extensively here. Britain's surveillance agency, GCHQ, with aid from the U.S. National Security Agency, intercepted and stored the webcam images of millions of internet users not suspected of wrongdoing, according to secret documents. They explained that the Optic Nerve program collected still images of Yahoo webcam chats in bulk and saved them to agency databases, regardless of whether individual users were an intelligence target or not. So that little webcam on your computer, you thought you were just using it privately? No. They were watching in on you. Now, didn't we say this? We said it in the very beginning, didn't we, on the Young Turks? We said, of course they're going to look in on your webcam. And the rest of the media was like, oh, don't be ridiculous. In one 6-month period in 2008 alone, the agency collected webcam imagery, including substantial quantities of sexually explicit communications from more than 1.8 million Yahoo user accounts globally. Also, the documents revealed that the program continued until at least 2012. And perhaps beyond. Yahoo's actually enraged over this. They said they did not participate in the program and they'd like to have an investigation into why the government was stealing their webcam images and videos. And did they get sexually explicit stuff? Of course they did. We told you they were going to get the sex stuff. And people say, oh, no, that'll never happen. But we already know. Because when we started doing the illegal wiretapping, who did we wiretap in Iraq? The Iraqis? No, we wiretapped our own troops. And we got them doing what? Phone sex. That's an ABC News report. You can go look it up, okay? And so what do? They always record the sexual material. As The Guardian explains, there are no restrictions under UK law to prevent Americans' images being accessed by the British analysts without an individual warrant. Now, what did I tell you on the show before? What I said, oh, these Five Eyes, that's what they call themselves, America, Britain, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. What do? They say, oh, I can't do this in America, but you can do it in Britain. Why don't you do it and then share the information with me? And oh, you can't do that in Australia, but they can in Canada, etc. And they just share all the information to circumvent their individual domestic law. And it says right here, that's exactly what they're doing. And let me give you one more quote on that. They say Optic Nerve was based on collecting information from GCHQ's huge network of internet cable taps, which was then processed and fed into the systems provided by the NSA. The program saved one image every 5 minutes, so they claim. I don't know if they have the whole videos, but in those images, you would have naked people, you would have your pictures, etc. if you used Yahoo webcam back then, and God knows what other programs they tapped into. We just know about Yahoo, but there might have been others. And in fact, I'll talk about that at the end as to what else they might be targeting. And they explained that the documents describe these users, the people that they were targeting, as unselected. Intelligence agency parlance for bulk rather than targeted collection. Okay? So that means we're not just targeting terrorists, we're just gathering everybody's bulk information, and if it's private citizens, who cares? Well, the UK says I can collect American citizens' information and then I can give it to NSA. Well, what a fun coincidence, okay? And they say that, by the way, their own documents, internal documents say, hey, maybe we save all these later to compare them to mugshots. You know, some pre-crime stuff. You know, make sure they got all your information, and if you ever break a law, or they think you broke a law, or they're against you for whatever reason, they have these pictures to compare to. I don't know how they're going to use that, but they just store it just in case. Okay, and they say, don't worry, this is only metadata, right? Watch out when they say it's only metadata. How can it be just metadata? They say it doesn't identify who it is. You have their picture. Okay, how is that metadata? Ridiculous. One document tells agency staff that they were allowed to display webcam images associated with similar Yahoo identifiers to your known target. That means, I'll translate for you, if you think that the guy looks like our target in any way, shape, or form, in other words, he looks like an Arab, let's go ahead and store his image and all the things. So they have all of it already, right? Then they say, okay, if we have a target, let's just grab everyone who remotely looks on them and store it in a different place so we can go back and target those guys later. That's very comforting. Okay, and we go further, it gets worse as we go along. Now here comes the sex. They say, I love this in one of the materials, quote, unfortunately, it would appear that a surprising number of people use webcam conversations to show intimate parts of their body to the other person. You know, I'm positive that you found that very unfortunate, right? And I like that that's news to you. And they go on to say the document estimates that between 3% and 11% of the Yahoo webcam imagery harvested by GCHQ contains, quote, undesirable nudity. That's an interesting stat. So the guys who told you, we're not going to go after you, we're not going after your private life, you guys are ordinary citizens, this is only to go after hardcore terrorists. They got your boobs on camera. They got 3 to 11% of what they have is naked pictures of us. Oh, but they would never abuse that. I know. They already have them. God, the rest of the media is so gullible. Oh, how dare Edward Snowden reveal this and Glenn Greenwald in an act of unheralded journalism. How dare he expose all this? Now The Guardian, at one point The Washington Post, etc. Why would they expose to the American people? And isn't that hilarious that they're worried about what the government is doing would be exposed? You literally have our naked body pictures. You've exposed us. And they're so mad at Snowden for violating their privacy. GCHQ did not make any specific attempts to prevent the collection or storage of explicit images. As I said, Yahoo is very mad at this, but it turns out the NSA was considering doing it to other groups as well, including Xbox 360 Kinect camera. Now, the deal with the new Xbox cameras is that they are on all the time, even if your system's not on. Oh, the NSA apparently thought, yummy in our tummy. Can't wait, right? They're already taking webcam pictures when the machine's on. If you got a new machine that's on all the time, they can take all your pictures. This is supposed to be to go after the terrorists. What terrorists are in Topeka, Kansas playing Xbox, right? And they tell you it's not targeted toward the terrorists. It's targeted towards our own citizens. All right, well, what you'll hear from the mainstream media is, oh, this could be troubling if they were to abuse it. What more abuse could there be than collecting the most private things we have as citizens, collecting it and keeping it, full well knowing it has nothing to do with terrorism? Yeah, well, it's over, man. If the big brother isn't coming, he's already here. And he's looking at your tits.